Hey everyone, and welcome to Dark Souls 3. Um, Real quick disclaimer: this is not going to be blind. I have a Twitch series I'm going to be doing my blind playthrough on. So this will be coming up being put up after uh, the Twitch series is done for. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoy it. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
All right, so that's the opening sequence, giving you a little bit of idea about the world and what the problem with it is. So, of course, we are going to be Beards McGinnis, and we are going to be doing a mercenary because we want that dexterity. We're going to be doing a dex build with this. I've always found that these suck in every game ever. Dark Souls 1, of course, had the Master Key, which was really good. Outside of that, they're all bad. The Soul is nice because it gives you guaranteed upgrades. When you get to that point in the game, it's guaranteed consumable souls that you can have. The Life Ring is okay, but it only raises your maximum health by like 30 points. This is the same thing as a Silver Talisman. Of course, that's your invasion. This increases your item discovery temporarily. This is an upgrade for fire weapons. Upgrade a normal to a fire weapon, rather. Which I think I'm actually going to take. I'm not sure how that exactly works yet. I've not come across that, so we'll see how that works. Face presets. We'll go with the Traveler. Give him a burly upper body. Give him some hair. A bit of a Bruce Lee looking dude there. I think we'll go with Bruce Lee. Get a little bit of a beard because, I mean, we have to be. And by giving him that little scruffy beard there, he looks a lot like Keanu Reeves in The Last Samurai. I don't like the way the beards look in this. But we're going to make one anyway. Now let's go with our color. Like a light brown. Color of pupils is always blue because that's what I have. That is close enough. We don't really care that much about what he looks like. As long as he has a decent haircut and a beard, we're good. So we rose from our grave, just like you see in what was that old game Sega, Altered Beast, rise from your grave. So yeah, you can see here this is our coffin. This is where we were. First thing I want to talk about, shields. Do you see this icon right here? This little circle icon, that means you can parry with the shield. There's one that looks like a sword that means you can use your weapon skills with that sword equipped, and one with like a little brick, like a square looking thing, that means you can use a shield bash with that particular weapon. So this is our gear. And of course we have our 3 Estus that we start with, and our swords. Paired scimitars used by certain sellswords. The scimitar's sharp blades make for effective slashing attacks, but fare poorly against metal armor and tough scale-covered hides. With a scimitar in each hand, the wielder can vary their onslaught with unique left-handed attacks when in proper stance. The skill is Spin Slash. Slice into foes with a large spinning motion, and continue spinning to transition into a strong attack. A vertically elongated wooden shield decorated with a white dragon. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. The skill is parry, and we all know what a parry does. I'm going to go ahead and read these item descriptions on everything real quick. So this first video might be a little long. Metal helm interwoven with coarse cloth, able to endure the hardships of battle and prolonged travel. It is light considering the build, striking a fine balance between absorption and substance. Metal armor interwoven with coarse cloth, able to endure the hardships of battle and prolonged travel. Is light considering the build, striking a fine balance between absorption and substance. Frequent shield users lighten the load by wearing a gauntlet on only one arm. And cloth trousers and leather boots are I can't speak. These cloth trousers and leather boots are of no real note, but are durable and allow for easy movement. So those are the item descriptions there. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfires and drink to restore HP. The journey of an undead has always traced the bonfires, and no journey of import has ever been made without an Estus flask. The dark sign is the sign of an accursed undead. The dark sign returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, or the bonfire at Firelink Shrine, but at the cost of all souls held. Carriers of the dark sign are reborn after death and eventually lose their minds, turning hollow. And so it is they are driven from their homelands. A charm of farewell granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or you back to yours. Beware fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. Restore the connection to other worlds. Those who engage in unjust deeds when in contact with other worlds will lose their connection to them. Way of White circlets assume such sin as their own, but are found few and far between. Acting without honor will never be without risk. I think that's... Oh, and our fire gem. Gem of infused titanite, found in rare cases inside demons. Used in infusion to create fire weapons. Fire weapons inflict fire damage, but lose scaling effects. And we already read our swords. So basically, if we turn something with a high scaling into a fire weapon, we lose that scaling bonus. And like I said, this is not blind. So I'm going to know where a lot of the items are and where you get a lot of the weapons and things like that. So, unfortunately, you can only do one blind playthrough, and that is going to be like I mentioned on my Twitch channel. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead on over there. There's already been 2 streams of it. Ow. Bastard. There's already been 2 streams there, so if you want to see all my reactions and that kind of stuff to seeing something for the first time, then that's where to head. We got this big ass giant crystal lizard here. Ah, I really thought I had time to hit him twice there. And roll. Staggered. Get the parry or the riposte for that extra damage. Come on, big man. Come back up here. Jumping strong attack. Got him. So we got a Titanite scale, which is boss weapon upgrades. Read that. Titanite altered by a soul. Reinforces soul transposed weapons to +4. Weapons forged by soul transposition can only be reinforced by Titanite of the same kind. In rare cases, crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportion and leaving these great scales. So, That, you know, the cute little lizards that you see in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 1 and 2, and even in Dark Souls 3, or not Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Although they were slightly altered from the Demon Souls version. They consumed a soul and grew to that thing that we just killed. And he's worth killing at the early game, even though he's a little bit more difficult for beginning players. He killed me like 2 or 3 times before I was able to finish him off the first time. But in my defense, I did use a thief for my first class, which is probably not the best idea. Just saying. Where are you at? I know there's one up here. Yeah. But he drops a decent amount of souls, plus you get that early boss upgrade item. So I think that's worth. Even if you don't necessarily want or need the Titanite scale yet, I think it's still nice to have. Get some fire bombs here, which will come in handy in just a moment. I don't need you. I do want you, though. So we have a we can put things on our quick bar here, of course, but if you go into the menu, you have another set of items on your what they call tool belt that you can use. There's one thing I want to do before I go in that room. That's to come back up here and jump to get this item. Because we all know the early Titanite shards are probably the most important weapon, or most important items in the game. And the thief starts off, although he has a really bad weapon, he starts off with a small parry shield, which gives obviously more parry frames, and a luck stat of I think 19, which is really high. It's the highest starting stat of all. So he gets a lot of early drops that some players normally wouldn't. Oh, a little too soon on that one. Go ahead and heal up, just so I don't get wrecked too hard. I keep dodging too early on that last attack and that specific combo. That delay, he delays his attack for so long. Go ahead and heal up one last time. Fire bombs are super effective against this particular enemy. But now I'm out. Got him. And that is our first boss, Edict's Gundyr. And we get the coiled sword. which we will look at now. And we now have our ember restored, which means we are in our quote unquote human form, and we have more health. So I went to the wrong item. And so, like I said, we have more health, and we can now invade or summon people to our world, and be invaded by other people. Thrust in Shrine Bonfire to activate the Bonfire Warp. Sword missing from the Shrine Bonfire cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into Shrine Bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, as judged by the Udix, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. Judged by the Udix, which is the guy we just killed, and he awaits the arrival of Ash, which is us, as a scabbard. So the sword was in him like a scabbard. Yeah, because that's what you put a sword in. We get the broken straight sword. A straight sword with a broken blade. A weapon with no exceptional qualities, only a Mad Hollow would choose to fight with this. While in stance, use normal attack to break a foe's guard from below, and strong attack to slash upwards with a forward lunge. Only, neither move will appear very impressive with a broken sword. So, yeah, broken sword's not good, as you would expect. We are, however, going to kick this dude off a cliff. And I do mean kick. You just spart at him. This is Dark Souls. Kick him off a cliff. Alright, now I know there's a dude over here. Or, well, not a dude so much as it is a dog. And a homeward bone, I believe. Yes. Oh, no. Ember. My bad. Embers are like humanity. Or effigies, or whatever you want to use. They turn you from ash into enkindled. No unkindled can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes their yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increased max HP until death. With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of Unkindled become visible, and Seekers of Embers can be summoned to join in cooperation. But beware, the Embers may also attract invaders. Invaders are no good. We don't want invaders. Oh, and by the way, this is the PC version. If you didn't notice earlier by me using my mouse to show you things. So if anybody wants to join in some jolly cooperation, just send me a message, comment down below, however you want to get in touch with me. Like I said, through Twitch, through YouTube comments, through Twitter, however you want to do it. Just get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to do that with you. But there's a guy over there that we're going to fight, but we're going to give it a second first, because he's pretty tough. And I might lose my soul, so I want to use them first.
I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well.
We'll talk to her in just a moment.
The darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
I think I'm going to turn the voice up just a little bit. So we need at least one more strength because of the weapon we're about to get. Put up to 20 dex for that scaling. One in there. One in there, yeah. That'll be fine.
Farewell, Ashne the Flame.
Farewell, may the
Ashen
flames guide
produced
thee.
the coiled sword at the bonfire.
Do that in just a
The
second.
mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords. To Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge. Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
Alright, so she's telling you to bring her souls and she'll upgrade you.
Ashen One.
Okay, and that's the same thing she said before. So,
Farewell, may the
she wants me to do this. Why can't I? There we go. She wants me to do this. Put the coiled sword in the shrine bonfire. Rest, get our Estus back. Now we'll go fight that dude, which we do want our shield for, because we need to parry him at least once to set up kicking him off a cliff, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to kick this dude off a cliff. Specifically this cliff. Oh, too soon. Killed us. Well, rip. That's death number 1. First death being to Uchi Man, I'm not upset about, really. Uchi Man is pretty strong. But now our souls are trapped outside for some reason. I don't know why that happens. But we have to travel to the bonfire of the boss there. The one thing I don't like about this, about the scimitars, is that when you try to kick, you do that instead, which obviously is not a kick. I don't even know if it can push back. I think it's just a regular attack. We'll find out here. Yeah, see, it doesn't even push like a normal kick does. Ow. Also, ow. Okay, try this guy again. There we go. So we do that, which puts him on the ground, allows us to start kicking him. Ah, that didn't work the way I planned it. For some reason I punched instead of kicked, and that threw everything off. That happens. But he drops the Uchigatana, which is the weapon that I want to start with. The scimitars are good, but they're not good enough, I don't think. I'm going to go up and around this way so we don't have to deal with those guys. Come here, yo. You want to go into your stance? You are. Parry. Kick. 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 Goodbye. Oh, okay, goodbye. So that's how you take care of him, and he drops a decent amount of souls. Although we cannot go in this door. There's something in there, but we can't get into it. At least not yet. So now we save quit. Okay, well that tells us how we get in there. There's a tower key someplace, and he drops the master's attire and the master's gloves, as well as the Uchi. Like I said, we're going to equip the Uchi here. A unique katana characterized by the fine craftsmanship of an eastern land where it was forged. The finely sharpened blade cuts flesh like butter and causes bleeding, but breaks easily as a result. Skill hold. Assuming a holding stance to rapidly execute a lunging slash with normal attack or a deflecting attack with a strong parry, which I will show you. Also, the master's attire, which is basically just rags. A terribly worn shirt. Men are fond of weaving tales to explain the raggedness of their garb. My sixth sense warned me of danger, and I danced between flurries of blades, unscathed, but alas, my clothes went to tatters. Something like that. Master's gloves. Terribly worn manchettes. And this is the same thing. I might wear them simply because they don't offer that much less protection physically, but they give me much less weight. I may even take my hat off, that way I'm under 50%. Yeah. But that, my friends, is going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going to grab this last item up here, which is another ember. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I'm having a ton of fun with this game, and I hope you guys do too, either by playing it or by watching my videos. However you want to enjoy the series, you do what you need to do. But if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I will see you next time.